Okay, guys, thanks everyone for joining. So this is going to be the first event under Rose Kerala. So I just want to talk about Rose Kerala first. It's actually a local chapter under Rose India. So we had a plan to start a small community in Kerala because there are a lot of people uh, are working in robotics. They are in the different part of the world. But they are working. I mean, a lot of people are working in the US, then Europe. One of my friends is working on Boston Dynamics. So, what I'm trying to say is there are a lot of people who are working in robotics. So that was the initial motivation to start a community like this. Today's topic is like, as you know, like we are going to discuss about the building a career, robotics career in US. So we have Jerin with us. Uh, I have known Jerin for a long time. He's from Kerala and currently I think graduated, right? Graduated from
Yes,
UC
yes.
Riverside in robotics. So he's a person with us, like to share the reality or like how we can start with robotics and how we can pursue masters in US and all these things. Basically, building a career in the US. And myself, my name is Lentin Joseph. I'm also working in this domain, specifically in ROS domain for the past 15 years. And I have written like 11 books. So that is my story. And I'm currently a CTO of Runtime Robotics. We are mainly working on ROS consulting and education. So this is about us. And so this is a plan. We have created a flow so everyone can understand how the entire session will go. So first, I will give you some context about Rose Kerala community. I mean, I already given some idea, and then we will be discussing the profile in detail. Maybe like I can show you I can show the Jerin's profile in detail, and then we will start with the topic. Okay, so this is the plan. So during the discussion, we will be discussing how Jerin got interested in robotics, then why US, and why he chose this university, and the difficulty in learning robotics engineering course, then challenges, current challenges, job market, how is the job market now, how to get into a interview, I mean, specifically into a robotics company. Then the strategies, like what are the strategies that we that work, okay, in an interview. Then the networking, how networking helps to get a job, something like that. Then finally, you guys can ask questions to Jerry. Okay, you can comment, and then I can ask. Okay, so this is a plan. So I already given an idea about the community. It's a very small community. We are just starting, okay, and we are planning to put some, I mean, organize some events like this, talks, workshops, hackathon like this. Okay, so that is about the Rose Kerala community. Good thing is there are a lot of interest in Rose from Kerala. Yeah. And regarding Jerin, I just want to share his profile. I'm just sharing because he's actually a passionate robotics engineer. Maybe Jerin can give a small intro about you. Like this is his portfolio. You can see his project from here. So it's not like I mean. A single decision like to get into robotics. I think it's happened long ago, right, Jerin? Maybe you can
Yes,
just talk
yeah,
about your interest. I have a few links with me.
Yeah, it
Uh,
happened a very long time. Yeah, if you can share my Medium blog.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yes, like I mean the other one.
Maybe I can first one. Yeah.
Yeah, so like since a very young age, I've been like wanting to open up electronics and see what's inside, and that's how this passion for robotics came up. Like started from building and assembling very small kits and making small robots, and then which it got evolved into making
At
bigger
what
robots.
age, Jerin, specifically, at what age you have
Uh,
developed this interest? Do you remember?
Uh, I think like in during my school days in my fifth, sixth standard, I think it's
Okay,
that time like building these kind of robots. I mean, not
nice.
much, but I think I have mentioned yeah during my seventh grade. So I think that is during that time like we did a microcontroller based project. So
Okay,
I didn't know anything about programming back then, but it's just copy pasting something and then making it work. So it was embedded
got it.
C, not Arduino. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's how I started. And the good thing was that my school was really, really good. They like encouraged us to participate in competitions, and we won a few prizes, and that even ignited the spark a bit more. So like
so
I
this
never,
is Jerin.
yeah, that is a very young version of me.
Okay,
And
okay.
yeah, that is how like started building robots. And yeah, if you can see these, all these are just manually or semi-autonomous robots, a bit of a
Yeah, this is
drones.
great actually. This is great because actually you have done a lot of stuff and you have documented it, and in a
Yeah.
very younger age. Yeah,
And the
yeah,
thing is, I used to take photos, but the documentation was done recently. I mean, not recently, but yeah, I mean, quite recently compared to when the project was done.
nice,
And
nice.
yeah, and that is when I met you, and you took me to the world of ROS and robotics.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I remember you have contacted me. Yeah, yeah.
yes, yes. So
Okay.
initially, what I knew was just that I could like I saw a lidar spinning on a car top, on the top of a car. So I just wanted to make an autonomous navigation robot with a lidar
Yeah,
and that can do autonomous navigation. So that was the whole main motivation for learning ROS for me, and that is when you came into picture and helped me out with your books and things like that.
very nice, nice, nice. Yeah,
And yeah,
and
this
this
is
is
one other blog where I used ROS and yeah, won a competition. This was actually my first international competition where
oh,
I won
great.
$500. Again, this was a project using ROS. This was my first autonomous navigation robot. I mean, I can't express the happiness when I saw it move autonomously, like building it
Okay.
from scratch and making it work. I mean, it was not my code. It was an open source repository called
Yeah, yeah,
Robot,
yeah,
but still like making it work was like you understand it, right? And all the
yeah, yeah,
robotics
yeah.
members in the community might understand how happy we feel when we see it work.
Yeah, and this video you might seen in YouTube. Even I am referring this video like for creating the model in Fusion 360 and converting into URDF. Your video is actually
Mhm.
like famous. If you just search in YouTube to get, I mean, to, converting the Fusion 360 model to URDF, you will get this video. So it actually got good reach, I guess, right? This video.
Yes, yes, and yeah, I received a lot of comments like
Comments.
saying like
Yeah,
it was really helpful.
great, great. Yeah, so this is not a, I mean, getting into robotics is not a single night happen. I mean, it's
Yes,
not
yes.
happen in a single day or something. Uh, it actually happened for, years it took, right? Nice,
Yes,
nice.
yes.
Yeah, this is okay. Nice. And this is his portfolio. I think he aggregated almost all the projects that he have done. Okay, nice.
And the good thing is like for each project, if you click on each project, there is a documentation for each project. Yeah,
Oh,
so for
nice,
some it's
nice.
videos, but for some it's documentation or a small write-up on what that project is, how it is done, and also the detailed GitHub code for everything.
Very nice, very nice. I recommend everyone, like, if you're planning to get started with robotics engineering or like planning to land in a robotics job, this kind of portfolio really help, I guess, because from the single website, the recruiter can able to assess you your potential, basically. Yeah, this is great. Yeah. So do you want to add anything more, Jerin? You are
I mean,
anything
nothing
more?
much. It's just pure passion and support from my parents and the community. There is also this peer group which affects us. So only if there is a good community and a peer group to support us, and of course parent support, we'll be able to do all of these. And yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
passion is what drove me till here.
yeah. So you have, I mean, you have been there in some companies, like you intern in some companies before
Yes,
going to US, right? Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes,
In IIT Palakkad, Simul Robotics, Tihan. Okay,
yes.
nice. Very nice. I think, uh, I mean, listeners, you may get an idea like what are the works that Jerin actually done.
Mm.
He's quite, I mean, passionate in this domain, and I think that might be the reason why he chose US for doing the masters. Anyway, we can ask these questions to him directly. Maybe I'm just closing this.
Mm.
So the first question regarding like, I mean, I know it's a very cliche question, like, but maybe you can start like, why robotics? So that's a question, right? How you develop the interest in robotics, and why robotics? So
So
yeah,
yeah,
I mean
so
it's
I
a
don't know.
cliche question, but you can how we are getting into and
Yes,
how that
so
interest actually, yeah.
I think it's because of all the competitions I won and like
Hmm.
uh, the uh, the urge to make things and see it work, and that is highly related to robotics. So building stuff and making it work and seeing it work like gave me a lot of motivation to make more things. So maybe that is why I wanted to pursue robotics. And yeah, you can see my profile, like I started very young and also won a lot of competitions. And maybe
So
during
yeah, I think you are saying like the competition that you have attended, robotics
yes,
competition, right?
yes,
Okay,
yes,
it's
yes,
actually okay. And I think from your school as well, there is a good support to
yes,
do
a
this
very
kind of
good
stuff.
support. Yes, my physics teacher was really supportive, Satish sir.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, so did you expected that like you will be landing in a robotics career like this? Or I mean,
uh,
did you thought about it, or you started just an interest, and did you had some vision like, okay, I will be a robotics engineer in future, something like that? Do you
uh,
had a vision like that at that time?
I think yeah. When I think when I went for a competition in IIT Madras and I when we won the competition, I think
Okay.
that's when I fixed. This is my career. I mean, I wanted to
Oh,
do
nice.
robotics.
Okay, okay. So at very young age, you actually decided that you will be going with robotics, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so I think that decision it is actually lacking in a lot of students because
Mm.
like most students are like they don't have a direction, or they don't have a mentor to guide which domain they have to choose. But
Yes,
I think you are lucky because uh, you had that
yes.
I mean idea like I need to pursue robotics in my career.
Yes,
That
yes,
is
yes.
great.
True,
Yeah.
true, true, true.
Nice, nice. Okay. So at the young, in a very young age, you decided, okay,
Mm.
I have to purchase robotics. And
Yes,
after that, after plus two, right? After
Mhm.
plus two, then you choose engineering, right?
Yes, yes,
Electronics and communication, right?
yes, yes.
So why you choose electronics, or why not a computer science? Or I think at that time there was no bachelor's in robotics and automation, right? At that time, while
I
you
mean,
were
there
studying.
was, but it was very less popular. And like when I
Yeah, yeah.
talked to
It's just
professors,
coming.
yeah, it was
It's
just
just coming.
coming up. When I talked
Okay.
to professors, they suggested it is better to go with the core branch rather than going for a new branch and then shifting
Hmm.
focus or like doing MTech or masters in that whatever you want to
Makes
specialize in.
sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. And how the engineering help you to learn more about robotics? Did it help, or was it a self study, or
I
how was
mean,
the engineering?
Yes,
went?
to be frank, it was more of self-study, but I can't say it never helped. Like there were
Okay.
some bits of electronics engineering which kind of helped, like say embedded programming and
Yeah.
some labs or on microcontroller programming. And I think some of MATLAB also. Like we used to code in MATLAB on all the analog and digital signal things, and this programming skills as well as this embedded skills came really useful in robotics later.
Got it. Got it. I think, yeah, like we know, like the traditional syllabus is not that
Yes.
up to date.
Yes.
So we may have learned a lot of core subject, but regarding robotics or something, it may not be there. So you may have to do self-study. And
Yes.
that is again like in order to do self-study, you should require a lot of interest in that. I
True,
still
true, true.
remember, I think you have
Approached.
organized
Yes.
workshops, Rose
Yes.
workshop, and
Yes.
I think your project was also good, right? I think
Yes.
let me.
I can just maybe share my final year project. I think it's there in the website.
Okay, maybe I can take so that people can. One
Yes.
second.
So.
One second.
Okay. Yeah. So this project also was like an effort of almost 2 years of work.
This
It
one,
was
right?
yes, that one.
So this was your bachelor's
Yes,
project.
this was my
Okay.
bachelor project, and the thing is, this is like a complete product. So if you can see, it doesn't have wires popping out. It looks like a complete finished product. So
Hmm.
yeah, I wanted
So
to do this.
what is this project about? It is for delivering food,
Yes, so it's
indoor
an
delivery.
autonomous indoor delivery robot. Let's say it can deliver stuff from A to B, and but the thing is, it is very difficult to implement something like that in ROS, which works 90% of the time. So sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not work, but the thing is, we were able to fine tune the navigation stack in such a way that it works very well. And plus, we were able to build a GUI on top of the robot in such a way that like people can just press a button and the navigation will happen. So all the coding stuff is not exposed to the user.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I think there are a lot of comments actually coming. So we will be addressing the comments maybe in between. Yeah, I think there are comments like Aditya, you started early. Yeah. I think that is actually an advantage. Like you found the passion early and then choosing the degree accordingly. That is good. And from there, that like going with the core branch for robotics is not ideal. Okay, he's sharing his experience. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of comments. We don't have the time now, but we will be taking it.
Yes.
Okay, so nice project anyway. And I think you got some appreciation for this project as well, right?
Yeah, if you can go back and scroll down there, like we spent I think almost 1.5 lakh ish for this project, and like some
Okay.
of it was a fund from the Kerala Startup Mission, but
Nice.
was competition only. Plus we had to spend it from our pockets because there was no much support. So, but the good thing is with that project, we were able to, I think, make almost double of whatever we spent by going through competitions and things like that. So Swadesh was a competition held by CDAC and IIT Hyderabad. But for that, we received a prize money of 1 lakh. If you can scroll down, there is the achievement list to the bottom of the website.
Okay, there are a lot of projects. Okay.
Yeah. Scroll down. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Here is
Yeah, this is Devadat. Yeah, I mean there is a good robotics community revolved around in Kerala, and for me also, like personally, Devadat or Navneet, and we used to like go for competitions, and it was a real motivation. So yes, this image was like.
Okay, for your project.
Yes, this project we got 1 lakh prize money, and a lot of this project also.
Yeah.
We three were working together, and yes, the thing is, if you have a good community and a good set of people around you to motivate you to make stuff, that will make life even more better as a robotics engineer.
Yeah, I also thought about that, like creating a community or creating a same interest people around. It can be a junior, it can be a senior. I mean, age is not a problem. For me, I really encourage that, like creating a community with same interest. We will learn a lot because
True, true.
age doesn't guarantee anything. I mean, knowledge, as you know, like there are a lot of things are coming day by day. So continuous learning is the key. That is also
True.
yeah. And the next question is like after doing your bachelor's, I think you have done your bachelor's from Rajagiri Engineering
Yes,
College, right?
yes,
Which
yes.
is one of the good colleges, private colleges from Kerala. And
Mm.
from that, how did you arrive in the master's? I mean,
Yes,
it is not very easy, right? I mean,
it is.
you can
It is not
apply,
easy.
but yeah. So how was that journey? Like from
So like
the
right after my master undergrad or BTech, I joined IIT Palakkad as a project engineer and started working on robots. But the thing is, when I started my job, and this, as you said, the robotics industry is like a steep learning curve is there. Plus, every day new things are coming up.
yeah,
And since I did not do my robotics undergrad and I was lacking concepts in robotics, I wanted to know or study the core robotics concepts like the dynamics of the robot, the core control systems for the robot. And this could be done online, but yeah, but I still wanted an exposure, a university exposure on doing this. So that is when I applied to this university, and then I got acceptance.
got it, got it. So I think there is a realization happen when you start working on IIT Palakkad because
Yes.
mostly when we start with robotics, we may be thinking like, okay, it is just maybe building a robot like Iron Man or a robot car, but learning robotics is actually tough.
It
It's
is very
completely
tough,
of
indeed very
maths.
tough.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough. So I think you got the understanding from I think IIT Palakkad, right?
Yes,
While
yes,
while
yes.
working with
While
it.
working
Okay.
in IIT Palakkad,
Yeah,
yes.
I remember like
Yes.
you when you start working, you shared with me. Yeah, I understood the difficulty, especially yeah. I mentioned control system. I
Control
mean, there are a
systems.
lot of stick, a lot of
Yes, a
things, a
lot
lot
of
of things.
things.
So I'm also remembering my, I mean, studies like during my masters only I understand the real pain of robotics. Yeah, it was not easy. So even if you have passion in robotics, maybe by watching movies like Iron Man or Terminator,
Mhm.
it's an interest. Okay, that's an interest. But when you accept the reality, which is like maybe doing a course or something, then only you will understand how difficult this is.
True, true,
Even
true.
not only robotics, the AI,
Yes, yes.
we it's all about like maths, but we can work on the application side. Even in robotics, we can work on the applications side, like using ROS or something. But learning is really challenging. Learning robotics is really
Mm.
challenging. And I would like to ask, so from IIT Palakkad, how what are the procedure like you went through to get into UC Riverside?
Yes, so for applying for foreign universities, I mean, I considered a few, but I'll just mention for US universities. So basically, if I remember, it's three letter of recommendations and one statement of purpose, and the IELTS English certifications, so that they understand that you're qualified in your English speaking IELTS or what is it called, TOEFL, and yeah,
Oh,
some yeah, something like that. So yeah, that was one of the main documents which were required. Plus our degree certificate, our CGPA, and the projects done were all taken into consideration.
yeah. Before that, before applying, why did you take a decision? Okay, I need to go to US. What was the main motivation
Yes.
behind that?
So the main thing is, so if you take a look into companies which offer, or the company robotics companies, I think US is the most. You may also know because
Yeah,
you have been also in the US for
yeah,
some
yeah,
time. So
yeah.
there are a lot of companies which in the US which are working especially in robotics, core robotics. So that was one of the main motivations which I thought
Yeah,
US
yeah.
will be a great option.
Yeah, so this is a reality because if you simply, I mean, search in ChatGPT or Google, like which are not the companies, which are the countries who are having more opportunities in robotics, then obviously you will get US. US is the first, country, and then Germany and Japan. India is actually, it's not near, but if you take other countries, I don't think there are much opportunities compared to US. So I think, yeah. So that was the main motivation, right?
Yes,
The more
yes,
opportunities. Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay. Nice. So let me just take the agenda. Yeah. So can you just brief what are the other universities that you have applied again, and why you choose that university? Why you selected that university?
Yes. So like the thing is, I wanted to go to Georgia Tech, but
Okay.
unfortunately the deadline was over. So my parents said
Okay.
just choose one university, go finish up your degree, and come back as soon as possible. And so
Okay.
applied to one of the UCs, which is UC Riverside. I'll come into why I chose UC, and the other one was Drexel University, but I was not able to complete the application. So basically, it was just
Why
UC.
so special in UC or Drexel? I mean,
Um,
there are other universities like Carnegie Mellon.
well, yes, I
Then
mean,
yeah,
one of the
Pennsylvania.
main
Yeah.
reasons was the fees or the tuition
Okay.
fee.
Yeah. I got
So
it.
the UCs was one of the cheapest when compared to all the other universities, especially UC Riverside
Makes
for
sense.
robotics.
Makes sense.
Plus, among all the UCs, I think UC Riverside was the only university which offered robotics as a course in masters as well
Oh,
as
okay.
bachelors. So I
Okay.
mean, there is robotics in other UCs, but we should take mechanical or electrical, then take it as a focus area.
Got it.
So
Got it. Do you know a rough cost, okay, of the master's program from the top universities and the UC? Can you
yes,
just compare the range? Or we just need some range.
yes. So I
So
think it will start from anywhere between, like including accommodation and everything, from 45 to 50 lakhs to around 1 crore plus. So it
oh,
is that big of an amount which we are
it's an
investing.
expensive game.
It is a very expensive game.
Okay. What about UC? I mean, you mentioned, okay, this is a range, right? So,
Yes, yes.
what is the range of UC?
So that
Well,
comes in
from,
the
yeah,
almost the bottom side, around
bottom
40
side.
to
Makes
40,
sense.
45, 50 lakhs.
Makes sense. Okay.
Plus,
Okay.
the thing
So,
is, for UCs, they follow a quarter system compared to other universities. So our one semester is 3 months. So basically, we
oh,
complete our whole course in 4 quarters or 1 year, 3 months.
okay. And in California, the good thing is like the opportunities are more in
Yes,
California
yes,
side.
true. Silicon Valley is nearby.
Yeah.
A
Okay,
lot of
that is
startup
good.
companies are there.
What about Georgia Tech? What is the costing?
I mean,
In
it's a bit more, but yeah, the deadline was over. That's why I did not want to go.
Okay. I think there are only like a handful of universities providing robotics engineering, right, in US. I mean,
Yeah, I think nowadays it is coming up. It is becoming
okay,
a very, very popular thing, and AI and robotics are being offered a lot more, I guess, now.
okay. But do you think costing is only the thing that we have to
Take into
think?
consideration.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but one of the main things was that this particular course which I took had a focus on control and navigation, which is exactly what I wanted. So I
Okay.
was
So
working on
it's matching
autonomous.
with interest. It is
Yes,
matching
yes.
with
So it
interest.
was
Okay,
actually
that is
matching
good.
with my interest, and that is one of the main reasons why I did not want to look into other universities. Plus, it was cheaper. So yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Now it is clear. And now, okay, you got the admit, and then uh, once you got the admit, what was your reaction? I mean, are you happy, or like you didn't get in Georgia Tech? I mean, you means
I
you
did not.
missed the deadline.
Yes, true.
Yeah, you missed the deadline,
Mhm.
but you got in UC. So what was your reaction? I'm just asking.
I mean, I was happy and sad at the same time. Happy that
Yeah.
I got admission into a very good university, and sad that this whatever comfort zone or happiness I am having right now is going to end soon.
Yeah, makes sense. You are going to a different country, and
country.
yeah, you
Plus,
have to take care of
yeah,
yourself. Yeah, okay.
yes, there was no one like there was a cousin of mine, but like we were like not nearby.
No,
It was more
okay, okay.
close relatives were there, so I was on my own all alone, so I have to
Got it.
deal with everything.
Got it. Yeah. So that is my next question. So you can start with the challenges, like after reaching the campus. There are multiple challenges that you can speak about, like the course challenge. I
Mhm.
mean, you have done your BTech from Kerala, and then
Yes.
you have taken a master's program in US. Okay, so
Yes, yes.
course wise the challenge. Okay, and then as an international student the
Mhm.
challenges. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, so maybe you can, I mean,
Okay,
discuss
okay.
these two things. Yeah.
Yes. So course-wise challenges, I mean, I think with the amount of pressure we face as a student in India, I don't think the pressure is too much here. I mean,
Okay.
there is a lot to study. There is like a small amount of time and a lot to cover, but still, I would say it is doable. It is not that difficult as a student coming from India, especially. And talking
Okay.
about the other challenges, the thing is, let's say back in India, we were in a comfort zone. I would say, like we did not need to take care of our food, anything. Like we just need to study and do whatever we had. But coming to a different country, we need to take care of everything. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of our expenses, like cooking, food, taxes, everything. And along with that, we need to build up our skills so that we sustain in the industry, keep applying for jobs and study. Everything had to be done together. So this is an extremely big challenge, and I would not recommend going abroad for anyone who is not ready to come out of this shell. Like staying in
Makes
the
sense.
comfort zone is like I mean it's easy and it's very happy thing for us to do, but if you are still in that zone, it is very difficult to survive actually.
Got it. Makes sense. So you have to be prepared mentally
Yes, you have.
and financially. Everything
True.
you have to prepare. Okay. But
Yes.
I have heard that like the kind of assignments that these universities are giving to the students are very tough. I mean, it's not like the practice that we are following in Kerala. In Kerala, I don't think we are following good practice. I'm not sure. It may depends on universities, but. Uh, was it tough? I mean, the kind of assignments, or what was the main, I mean, change that you observed? I mean,
Mm.
compared to Kerala syllabus,
Yes.
and yeah.
So, so the main thing I observed was it was not even doable by ChatGPT. So this,
Yeah,
this is
makes sense.
this
Yeah,
is an era of AI and ChatGPT, but they are really good at crafting assignments, and I mean it is doable, but we also have to put in a lot of efforts. So they have really crafted it in a way that we use our brains to think and implement. So it's not like
got it.
assignments in back in India where we one person does the assignment and we copy it and then submit it. So the assignments here have really good meaning and value to it. So if we are doing an assignment, they will make sure that we have something in our brains and we will learn something. So that is the kind of
Yeah.
assignments which they give.
Yeah. So I'm just I can take questions, Shubha, maybe after the end of the yeah. So
Yes,
I'm just thinking like you do have a good interest, knowledge, passion in this domain, and then you choose this engineering. What about other students? Like they don't have any specific interest, but they choose this degree because of the maybe the trend, because robotics
Mhm.
and AIs. So how difficult this degree for them, according to you? Because they don't know the framework, maybe like ROS or, I mean,
Mhm.
I'm just saying an example. So how difficult
I mean,
the robotics engineering for them? Yeah.
yes, I have seen people like facing difficulties, but it is like they finally manage to do. But I don't think so. Like doing it out of passion and doing it just for the sake of passing class, there is a big difference.
Hmm.
So you came to US, you are here for something. So if you are not following your passion and then studying, I don't think it will make sense.
Hmm. Okay. Yes. Okay. So okay, so you discuss about the course challenges. Obviously, it is tough, and the assignments
Yes.
are tough. And what about the theory part? Like in Kerala or in India, there are a lot of theory-oriented subjects that we have, and we need to learn it, and we have to pass the examination. Do you see any difference in
Yes,
US?
yes. There is a lot of difference actually. So let's say, I mean, there are advantages and disadvantages to it. So I think I'll explain this point in detail. So let's say we are taking an exam in India or let's say in Kerala, and we have to by heart everything. Let's say the equations. But in US, if you are taking the same exams, they allow us to bring in cheat sheets. So we can write all the equations, and the examination is just to test how well we know the concepts, not how the memory of the student. So that is
So it's
one.
not a memory test.
No, it is not a
It's a
memory test, but
brain
it's a knowledge and how we
brain.
apply
How
kind
we
of test.
apply. How we apply makes sense.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
I think so that may be the difficulty that we, as an Indian, who face in the US, right? Because we learn a lot of things, but the problem is we are just by hearting it and then writing into the papers, but we are not applying it. But
Yes.
when we do the masters in US, we have to apply the concept that we study in India, and at that time we will be like dumb because we don't know how to apply it.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a big difference actually. So this will be helpful, for students who are planning to pursue, because this is the reality. It is not like a memory test, but rather than that, it is all application. We are applying the things that we are studying. And also I heard that like it's not like a spoon feeding kind of training. Like maybe the professor gives some idea, and he may be giving some reference, and it's our responsibility to learn the things from us.
They'll just give a small lecture and go and maybe sit and give some reference book. It's our responsibility to go to the reference book and study whatever is required for the examination.
So it's like really tough, right? It's somewhat hectic, I will say, because
hectic,
if you are not prepared, if you are not prepared,
yes, it is a plus it is passion is what drives us. So if you are interested to learn, you will somehow learn. And
if we have that fire inside us, and more than fire, we have the education loan, by the way, so we do have more fire. Understood. Okay, I think so. We have covered the course related, and regarding the campus and all, how was it? I mean, specifically in UC,
Riverside.
Was it? In your university, how was the campus? How was the campus life?
It was good. I mean, the only thing is.
What about the food as well?
Food, we have to. I mean, there are shops, but it is expensive. As a student coming from India, it is in dollars. So on the day one itself, we are like, okay, for every dollar we spend, we compare. $1 is this much rupees. So if you spend this much dollars, okay, oh no, I'm spending this much. So that is
we will convert. We will always convert, right?
As an Indian, we will surely convert because and food, like most of the time, like me and my roommate, like there was a good set of friends. We used to cook together and then share and eat.
Makes sense. Yes. So we have covered almost up to this, I will say, challenges. Now we are into some important part of our topic, like so how important ROS according to you? Like you learned ROS before you went for masters, and was it useful like while you are doing the course specifically? First, we can talk about the course. Was it useful learning ROS? Is it helpful for you?
It was actually really helpful, I would say. So because 2 courses here was fully based on ROS. All the assignments was, I mean, the theoretical side is still there, but all the implementations from the theoretical side on the robots was based on ROS. So if you knew ROS ahead of time, it was a really good plus point for a person who knew ROS compared to a person who doesn't. So it was a really good edge.
So the problem is like if you are not aware of ROS or any other framework, then the challenge is you have to learn ROS during
Yes,
the so it will be a hectic because we
true, true.
can't able to learn the things that is in the theory. That is again difficult, and we
Yes,
have to learn
yes,
a new framework.
true, true,
So
true.
it's double. Okay, okay,
And also one more, yeah, I just wanted to add one more thing. Just because I knew ROS and I have done some projects in ROS, I was able to get into a lab. So
yeah,
initially,
yeah.
people struggle to ask professors and get into their lab for doing their final project. But since
Yeah.
I had some projects in hand and I had something to showcase based on ROS, and the thing is, even though all the labs here are working on the application side, whatever they implement is done in ROS. So even if
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know the high level stuff, I can help implement whatever algorithm they are doing in the robot just because I know ROS.
Got it, got it, got it. And I will say, like, if you know ROS, that hurdle is actually passed, and
True,
the
true.
implementation is different. I mean, you may have to
Mhm,
implement some algorithms in ROS, so that is a
mhm,
different thing.
mhm.
So learning the framework itself, yeah, it actually solve a lot of issues. Yeah, yeah. And
Yes.
what about the job market? I mean, if you learn ROS,
Mhm.
is it really worth learning ROS for getting a job in robotics, according to
I
you?
mean,
Yeah.
so if you just take a like up LinkedIn and search for robotics jobs, I'm sure 90% of the jobs have listed ROS as a requirement. I mean, it's not
Okay.
just ROS. I'm not completely emphasizing on ROS, but still, there is ROS as a requirement for I think almost 90% of the jobs. So it is really important for a robotics engineer, I guess.
Okay.
What
Okay.
What
So
do you
in
think?
in
You have been
US,
working with it, yeah.
yeah, in
Proceed.
US actually, all the robotics engineering job. I mean, most of the robotics engineering
Mhm.
job demands raw skills. Okay,
Mhm.
and I just want to clarify, like, when we talk about robotics and AI job, I'm saying robotics and AI, not AI jobs. The number of robotic opportunities are very much less compared to the general IT jobs. Okay, so
Mhm.
this is the reality,
Yeah, true, true.
because if you take Facebook, Amazon, they do have a lot of opportunity. I mean, not robotics opportunity, but
Like
other
software
IT
jobs.
opportunities. Yeah. So compared to the IT, general IT opportunities, the robotics opportunities are less, even in US, in India specifically. So even if you know ROS, you should also have some projects in your hand to showcase, because in India also there is no direct placement. Mostly the placement is happening through reference or maybe through
Yes.
their website. And for one job application, they may be getting 100 or 200 plus applicants. Everyone may know ROS, but they may not have a good portfolio or experience. Okay, so I'm just saying, like, even if you know ROS, it's actually meeting one criteria. There are a lot of
Mhm.
other things
True.
remaining. Okay, and now, so we understood the
Importance of ROS.
importance of ROS, and now we are coming to the important part: job market in robotics. Okay, I mean, job market for robotics in the US.
Mhm.
So how good it is now?
I mean, the
What is the
situation is,
reality?
yeah, the reality is that there are a lot of openings. So if you even take in California, there are a lot of big and small companies which offer jobs in robotics. And yeah, there is. I mean, even in San Jose, like the Silicon Valley, there are a number of startups which has received a lot of funding and are ready to hire robotics engineers. But as an international student right now, it's a bit difficult for a person to get into a robotics job. The
Yeah,
job
yeah,
market is a bit difficult.
yeah. For international student, there are difficulties, right? To
Yes,
get.
yes.
Okay, okay,
Mm.
okay. Maybe okay. So job market is actually good, but for
Mhm.
international students, it is difficult
A
because
bit difficult as of now, but maybe the condition may improve.
changes. Okay, okay. Yes. Now I'm just going to like how a typical robotics job interview looks like. What are the different stages? I mean, I know it is not the same for each companies, but you can share some commonalities. What are the things that
Yes,
they are asking for a
yes.
robotics job? Yeah.
So I think I have now interviewed around like 20 plus robotics companies. I have a list here. So
okay.
yes, so from what I understood, um, some companies do offer like a take-home assignment initially,
Okay.
involves us doing a 24 to 48-hour assignment and then submitting it, which is
So
really good.
starting with an assignment,
Yes, starting with a take-home assignment, but it will be a hectic and like a good assignment. So I
okay.
initially
What kind of assignment? Is it like a software, or I mean, what kind of assignment? Can you
yeah,
explain it?
so it will be like a software assignment because we don't have access to hardware, obviously. So solving some problem and simulating that in a software. So
I mean, maybe using ROS or something, or
yes, it was. I mean, there were two companies which gave me a take-home interview, and one was using ROS, and the other one was using OpenUSD and ISEC, the NVIDIA ISEC thing.
can you say an example of the assignment that these guys are giving?
Yes. So one assignment which I received was like the task was to create multiple maps in a very big area and then
Okay.
do multi-map navigation. So this was
Oh,
one
okay.
task, and they asked me to implement this in their own robot, and I had to create an environment in the Gazebo which had different types of rooms and a big area, and a multi-room was mapped individually, and the robot should navigate across the maps. So when there's a common point, the map is switched to a common area or the next map or navigation point, and then the navigation happens. So this is one kind of task which was given to me.
Okay, so once the assignments got solved, after that, what will happen?
So after the assignment is done, the next step is a technical interview. So for
Okay.
the technical interview, it was again the like 30 minutes. So 30 minutes was based fully technical, based on ROS, basic questions like what is a ROS server, what is an action library, how is one compared to the other, why do you use that, or say one application of why you use an action library and things like that. And yeah, common things and some applications. And the second part to the technical round was writing code in C++ for solving a DSA problem. So for me,
Oh.
I'll say an example. One was to implement the graph in C++.
Okay. No,
So
okay,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, so this is just one experience, and I would also like to say, I think most people like would like to know. I mean, I got an interview in Amazon Robotics. I mean, it is very difficult in this scenario to actually even get an interview. So this was
Yeah. Makes sense.
through referral. I think we will talk about how networking is good in the coming section.
Yeah.
And just what type of DSA problem in robotics is a very good question, because even when I started like looking for Amazon Robotics, there was no much resources and I didn't know what to refer to. So I'll just quickly in 2 minutes say what happened in Amazon Robotics or what the flow was. So if you get an interview in Amazon Robotics, so initially the first stage was to complete an online assessment, which is like a three-hour thing, and it consists of 2 hacker rank problems along with a few behavioral questions. So you have to solve that. And once that is done, and if you clear that, for me, basically, there was one technical phone screen. So basically, it was just an interviewer coming online, and Amazon has this coding text editor kind of thing. And the good thing is we don't need to compile the code. They just test how we think and solve the problem. It's just that we write the program, and it may have syntactical errors, but it is totally fine. They just test how well we write the code and how well we are solving and optimizing the code for whatever they are solving. And after the first phone or technical screen was done, there was one more of the same thing. And if you qualify that, there is the last and final round, which is a loop round. So this consists of a 3 1-hour interview. So this happens back to back. It is kind of stressful, but again consists of both. Each round consists of one DSA problem and behavioral questions. So again, for me personally, in Amazon Robotics, it was not completely related to robotics. The problems or programming questions was not completely related to robotics, but yeah, it had a touch in robotics.
Yeah, they're testing our software programming knowledge.
True.
Because basically, if you are into robotics, one of the domain that you might be aware of is the software engineering. So they might be asking question related to that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. When I'm hearing this, okay, I am also. I mean, for me also it will be difficult. I'm just, checking my condition. It will be difficult for me to crack this kind of interview. Yeah, really tough. Yes, nice.
I mean,
Okay.
just one question I wanted to ask you. So, since you are running a company, and what do you think is the best way to hire a person into your company? Is it a
Yeah. So
take-home assignment, or is it like how do you like find the best candidate? So, does this
yeah,
coding kind of interview like really prove their worth as a robotics engineer? Is
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean, I wanted to ask this actually.
Yeah, a good question. So I will also do the same because if we want to create application, because I am working on the application layer using ROS and all creating application. So if you're using C++ and Python, I mean that is a programming language that we are using. So from my perspective, the people that I'm selecting, those should have some experience in the software engineering, and they should know these framework. So it is kind of a mixed set. So that's why robotics engineering is somewhat complex, because it's not like learning one thing. It is knowing multiple things, and I will say it is an amalgamation of multiple things like mechanical, electronics, software engineering, everything. So that's why it is getting difficult, because there are a lot of things coming every day. New framework is coming. So it's a duty of the robotics engineer to learn this. Otherwise, they can't survive. So for me also, I am also like learning, and if I'm recruiting some people, those guys also should learn these things.
Okay.
Okay,
So will
so
you take a decision solely based on the coding assessment? This was my question on DSA.
not only with the coding.
Mhm.
Obviously, he or she should have the framework knowledge, okay,
Okay.
and the portfolio, because once imagine one guy or a girl having a software engineering background, but in order to do ROS related stuff, they should know the framework. So it
True.
actually requires some effort to get the grip on ROS, okay,
True.
and robotics. So
Yes.
I will select a guy or girl like who is having some I mean mixed skill set. And it also depends on the project that we are doing. That is
Okay.
also there, because if we are working on manipulation, the skills will be based on that. If we are working on autonomous navigation, then the skills. So the profile will be changing based on the project that we are. Yeah, yeah. Yes. And the next question or next thing that we have to know is like, what are the strategies that worked? Okay, so you attended many interviews. You said it is actually difficult to get an interview, and even you get an interview, like there are multiple stages. Okay, so what
Yes.
are the tactics that you are using to pass different levels? If you have any, you can share so others
Okay.
can. I mean, yeah, try the same thing. Yeah, any
Um,
strategies?
yes. So basically, it was to practice DSA. So one wrong thing which I did and I would share and I would recommend doing strongly to every one of you is that I practiced DSA in Python.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
as a robotics engineer, it is very important that you know C++. I mean, you have good skills in C++, because even though you can do ROS applications in Python, if you look into ROS control, you may know, right? So the ROS control is fully written in C++, and if
C++.
you want the application, you need C++ to write. I mean, do the application kind of or low level kind of stuff. So in that scenario, it is always better to practice DSA in Python. So this thing happens. So I was
Yeah, I
interviewing
mean,
for
DSC
a
in C++.
C++.
That you,
Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah, DSA in C++. So even for Amazon, the Python was okay. I mean, I was able to clear all the rounds, but still reach the last round. But still, recently when I interviewed for a company, they asked me to code a DSA problem in C++. So I mean, I was able to do it, but I was a bit rusty on the C++ side. So
uh, how good? I mean, if we are using ChatGPT or some AI tools, can we solve it, or how difficult it is?
I mean, the problems can obviously be solved by AI. I mean, this is a very simple problem, but the thing is, since I mean, whatever I feel I'm saying, since we have been heavily relying on GPT, when I started practicing DSA, I was not even able to write a single line of code. So
Makes
it
sense.
was that level worse when I started coding
Yeah,
because
that is actually, I will say, that is the issue that we are facing. For I think for all the developers, we are doing the vibe coding, white coding will obviously speeding up
Yes.
things, but we are not using our brain, and
True,
we will
true.
be dumb after some time. So this is actually a reality. Like we are like you through the reels and shorts, we are.
Yes.
I mean the concentration is actually. I mean it is going, and so the AI tools also affecting. I mean it is boosting the productivity, but we are not thinking. We are not
And the
directly.
attention span also, like sometimes
Yeah,
I feel
attention
like I'm
span
not
is
able
very
to
very
focus
less.
for a lot
Focus.
amount of time.
So the focus, yeah, focus problem is there. Yeah, yeah, got it. So that was the strategies. Okay, makes sense. And now project versus experience. Yeah, I mean,
You can answer that. You think you can answer that.
yeah. So like the question is like, um, I mean, if you do have some experience in some domain,
Mhm.
and also you have done some projects. I mean, which is matter most? So there is. I mean, it is actually tricky. Like if you are working in a domain for a few years, you will do some projects in between, and you will gain some experience in that. And that also can be I mean that experience can be also gained if you are not working. You can create your own projects, like Jerin actually done. He was not working in any company during his bachelor's. He actually worked on different projects and created some skills out of it. So I think creating skills, maybe you can do independent projects, and also you can work in a company, like you can gain experience. What is your take, Jiren?
Yeah, so I mean, I just wanted to add something. So, as a new
Yeah.
grad or a fresh graduate student, it is always very good to have really good projects on your portfolio, which is directly
Portfolio.
related to the job description. So, actually,
Nice.
that has added a lot of benefit for me when I was networking. So,
Okay.
like, just because I had done similar projects, even in the working at Asimo Robotics, like, he was really impressed because whatever they were doing is exactly what I did for my project.
Got it. So the project that you have done during the bachelor's also helped, right? You
Yes,
were
yes, really helped.
okay. Nice. Okay. And the most important question, like how the networking help, uh, like in LinkedIn especially, like how it actually help you to land in a interview request
Mhm.
or some reference, how it actually helped.
So I really want to emphasize or stress on this point a lot. So I've been applying for a long time,
Okay.
applying a lot. So from what I understood, a person will only get back only if you have a referral or if you are good enough or if you have a good amount of experience.
Mhm.
So networking is very important in at least in this scenario, in this market situation.
Yeah.
So if there is someone who can strongly vouch for us and strongly recommend us for a position, I'm sure we will get an interview. But after that, nothing is possible. But still, I'm saying I've been like reaching out to people on LinkedIn, cold emails, messages, and like that only I received the Amazon interview. I like talked to a person here, Steve, and he was really helpful. He only gave me an internal referral, which is really good. Compared to the normal
Got it.
referral, internal referral is like a very good thing, and they will only do it if they are really impressed. And not only Amazon, but GM also, like General Motors. I got an interview there just because the team lead really liked me and the hiring manager really liked me, and he gave me a referral. So and like whenever I used to like do a cold email or cold message in LinkedIn, I used to keep my portfolio website. So this portfolio website was like a list of everything I have done, including all my projects, my paper publications, my education. So it is like with one click they can get to know me in like a few seconds. So that
Got it.
also really helped. So yes, networking is really important at least in this scenario right now in this situation.
So being active in LinkedIn, then connecting with more people, that will help, right?
Yes, plus being active in the community is actually really good because we will stay motivated. Because if we open up LinkedIn and we'll see the projects done by other people, and we should feel motivated to do something like that
Got it.
when we see
Got it.
this.
Makes sense. Completely agree. And the final question, I would say, what is the procedure like after graduation? Uh, what is the deadline to get a job, or can you talk about the visa situation of
Yes,
an
yes.
international student after graduation?
So like currently talk about my situation. So as a graduated student, you have 90 days of unemployment period to stay in the United States.
Roughly
Uh,
3 months.
Roughly 3 months. So in that time, so you can work under OPT and STEM OPT, which means optional practical training, which means you after study, post study, you can work in the United States for 3 years, in which first year is OPT and the second 2 years is called STEM OPT. So if you are not finding a job in the 90 days period, or if you don't have an offer letter, we will have to come back to our home country if you don't have a job. So that is the visa related thing. It is difficult and it is very stressful, but yeah, that
Yeah.
is the
So
situation.
currently you are going through that phase.
Yes,
The
I'm going
difficult.
through. Yes, I'm going through that phase, and I'm currently actively looking for opportunities in the United States for
Yeah, yeah.
robotics engineer.
All the best, Jerin. I think I hope you will be landing in a job or internship, anything soon.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think question from my side is over.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now we can come into the Q&A. There are a lot of questions that ask. Maybe we can take one by one. Okay, so from maybe I
I'll
can.
just quickly answer one. So, R. Balaji has any thoughts of Rust? So, like, I interviewed a company called Matic, which is a startup company, and they were actually building their whole robot based on Rust. They did not
Oh,
use Rust, but they kind of use the same, the style in Rust, but yeah, they were doing everything in Rust. So, during the
got it.
interview, they asked me to code something in C++, but they asked me if you know C Rust. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also seeing some companies are migrating from C++ to Rust because of the benefits or features of Rust.
Mhm.
And there are some frameworks are also written completely from
In
Rust.
Rust, yes.
Yeah. So I think there is a company called Copper Robotics. They
Mhm.
are building a Rust stack for robotics. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So maybe we can take each questions like. So there are a lot of comments like you started early, great effort. Yeah, we have read that. And from Ebin, you're feeling like you missed me. Okay. Okay, there are some discussion going on. Okay,
Yeah,
there is a
hand raised.
question from Shubham. Shubham,
Okay.
maybe
Yeah,
you
You
can.
can
Yeah,
type it in the
yeah,
chat.
let me.
yeah. You can talk. You
Yeah,
can
you
talk.
can talk.
I have a couple of questions for Jerin. So, I guess one question is in your master's program, are you allowed to use AI and LLMs for your like coding assignments or like robotics assignment? So, that's one.
Good
And the
question.
second question is for interviews. Are those allowed, as in, like for some take home exams, can you use LLMs or not?
Yeah, talking about the first question for the assignments, like it depends. Some professors say you can, but some say you can't. So some strictly say you should do it by yourself, but yeah, that depends on the professor. And for interviews or for take-home assignments, they explicitly have not said you can use it. But the thing is, even if you use it, if you don't have proper common sense on how to integrate things, using AI won't help. So as the project which I mentioned, like the multi-map navigation, an AI can't simply generate a lot of code, and we can't make it work just out of the box. So we need a proper idea on how to integrate it. So yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah, great. And I got a good question from Ibin. He's talking about the salary range. So, which is actually a good question. Like, we are investing this much of amount for the masters. So, how will we get the return? I mean, yeah, at what time frame we can, I mean, get this amount back return?
Yes. So I think for a robotics engineer, we'll get anywhere between $100K to $150K as a starter, depends on the company. So if
Okay.
it's Amazon Robotics, depends on the region. I think we'll get anywhere between 135 to 150, like depends on the position and things like that. So if in that case, if we work for, I think for with 1 year, we can like very easily finish off the loan and whatever money we have spent to study in the US within 1 year.
Yeah. So I'm clubbing that question with Aditya. Like, do you think, looking current situation where the U.S. administration is opposing foreign students is still possible? So yeah, there are changes happening. So we don't know about it, right? We don't know, anything can happen. So currently, if we are looking at Jerin's situation, he's still struggling to land in a job. But hopefully, maybe there will be a way. Yeah, so that's what we can say. Yeah, there will be changes in the rules and all. Yeah, for sure. We are not quite sure, but regarding the opportunities, there are many opportunities, and rule change, we can't really comment. It can, or it may or may not be affecting. Currently, looking at the Jerin situation, I think he will be landing. It's not like completely. Hopeless. I will say there are a lot of opportunities still we have to explore. And only limitation that I have seeing is the 90 days window. That is one limited. I think Shubham is also having a question. Shubham, you can.
Yeah. So, I think I should introduce myself first. So I work for Eptronic, which is a company.
I know. Yeah.
I think, on the salary thing, what I want to say, just add to it is, it depends a lot on the place. So, 150K in Austin is close to 250K in California because of how, it just depends a lot. I guess an entry level robotics job does pay between 100 to 150 or almost 200K too in some cases.
Yes,
okay, and depends on the place. That you.
Yeah, and I guess the second point here is, so the visa thing is, it's much harder now compared to what it was 4 years ago or 3 years ago. So I'm still on my STEM OPT, and for H1B we have these lottery phases. If we don't get a lottery, it's hard.
Yeah.
So I'd be a little cautious right now as an international student because there's a couple of rules coming up. I mean, I'm not trying to scare people, but then we have this OPT thing, which allows us to start working right after school. And there might be rules related to if OPT is going to be there or it's going to be cut. And the second is they're also trying to get rid of the H1B lottery. Instead, they're trying to place a salary-based H1B.
Yeah, I heard about it.
And that could be a problem again for entry-level jobs, because entry-level jobs don't pay as much as experienced one, and experienced one will get a higher chance. So just these two things, although I want to add that there's another visa called O1, and O1 has been approved a lot more now.
Yep.
And that doesn't need a lottery. So I would encourage people to also consider
Yeah, there are 10 criteria. There are a set of criteria that we have to meet, like publication. If we build the profile accordingly, then we can go with on. But it's slightly expensive if you are not self-petitioning. If you are petitioning using an attorney, it will be cost around 10,000. If you're going with the fast track. So O1 is an option. If you are already build a good profile before coming to US, and after coming, maybe if you written some paper which is having some impact, you can look for O1 by approaching some. There are a lot of agencies they are doing the processing for O1, but still, it's somewhat expensive for an international student. But if you're working there, then you can definitely look for that because, as Shubham mentioned, the approval rate is actually good. And there is another pathway, if you are getting O1, it's actually 3 years time. You can work, you can employ in any companies. There is no restriction. And you can work in multiple jobs as well. I have read about it. And there is a pathway O1 to EB1. EB1 is basically the green card. So if you meet some criteria of O1, there is a good chance. I will not say 100%, but there is a chance to land in EB1, which is the green card, basically. But as an Indian, there is some, delay in getting EB1. It may be approved, but to get the green card, it may take few years. So that is only the thing. So this path is there, but for that there is an effort that you have to take. But H1B and all these things, there is some uncertainties now. We can't comment, but it can change anytime. We don't know how it will go. But as Shubham mentioned, there is clear, clear path is O1 EB1. It's not easy, but that is there. Yeah.
There is
Makes
one
sense.
question by Ritik, so if we can answer,
Yeah, you can.
I don't know. Like he's asking for an advice. I think he's based in India, so I think.
Yeah, it's difficult now, right?
Yes.
It is really difficult to say yes or no, because the current situation is changing, and it's better to not to comment. I will say, because if you are saying like it is good to come to US, we don't know, the situation can change in future or something. So it's individual choice, I will say. It depends on because obviously you can do masters in US. It's an expensive game, but regarding the return only, there is a doubt. If the OPT is cut, you can't work in US, and if the H1B is cut, then you can work maybe for 3 years, and after that you may have to come to India. Yeah, there is a question from Hemant. Hemant, you can ask.
You're on mute.
You're on mute.
So I just wanted to say one thing about O1. Just be careful that there are a lot of scammers who are trying to find people on saying that they will create fake documentation, fake judgment, and all that.
Yeah, I have read that one.
And just please, don't get, because that will completely, take away your chances of entering US. So just be careful. And second point I wanted to make was, India is also investing heavily on deep tech, and we are having. So if you really want to get involved, try to get in touch with professors from Indian Institute of Science who can try to get you to the right contacts, because India needs to build heavily in semiconductor space, robotics, and the opportunities are still building. They are investing heavily, but you can definitely find good projects and good jobs, because India needs to catch up a lot. And so US is not the only place where you can build your dream in your favorite field. And once you have capability, people will chase you. You don't have to chase
makes sense.
it.
Yeah, makes sense. I just want to add one point. Like in the O1 case, there were some fraud cases, like Indians are like creating fake credentials to get the O1. So again, so these are the issues. Like there is a clear path for extraordinary people to get into US, but again, that is misusing by some people. So that will affect again Indians. So that is one thing that I have read. And India's deep tech sector is growing. Only thing is like the work culture, salary, all these things having issues, still issue. Like the work culture is still not that great. I also know about US in some companies not that great, but in India the work culture is not that great. I mean most of the startup at least. So these are the issues why people are choosing abroad, because I know some of my friends said like in Europe or something, they do have a good work-life balance, vacations, paid vacations and all. So but in India those things are limited. Like taking vacation is actually a big sin in Indian work culture. But what you pointed out is like there is a growth in the deep tech, but there are some other factors that we have to consider. So that those factors are driving people to abroad. These money and the culture, work culture. Yeah, that's my thought. Okay, I'm just adding to that. Yes, and there are, there are a lot of questions. I don't I don't know, like we can address all these questions. Maybe you can raise the hand and then we can start talking. Okay, Hemant, you can. Hemant, you can talk.
Yeah. So basically, I agree. And even if you see here also, you may be working in US, but you will be working with Indians only. So that challenge.
Got it. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Yes. There is not much change. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Yes. Thanks for adding that. Yeah. And
Aditya.
yeah, Aditya, I think, do you have any questions?
Yes, I do have.
Okay.
Jerin, you mentioned about some competitions that you took part in as your college student. Can you list some competitions that I can take part, because I am currently in second year?
Yeah, one was I don't know, like that happened when I was doing my BTech. So I think currently for learning ROS and related to robotics, Yantra is a very good competition which happens yearly. Then
yeah, Yandra, I will also recommend. I think in ROS Kerala there are I think Jason, he's into Yandra competition. He's one of the lead in Yandra. So Yandra, Robocon, yeah, these are the challenges.
I would recommend you to go for TechFest. So most IITs or NIT TechFest, they
Local
will have
TechFest.
a lot of competition. Even I think recently IISc had a competition in which Rick Battle Labs provided their robots to have this mass rover robotics competition by ISRO. All these are really good competition. I think they use ROS for their navigation and localization.
Yeah, there is a question from Mayuresh. Any thought on which branch of robotics is hard, like sensor fusion, control system, SLAM, regarding which branch got more labor? I'm not very clear about it. I will say if you take any robotics related course, it's pretty tough. It is pretty tough. Unless like if you are a master in like these mathematics or all these things. But if you are simply an engineer kind of mindset, I will say it is pretty difficult from my personal point of view. Yeah. So yeah, there is another comment. IAC Art Park also, competitions.
You have been like being together, Lentin sir, me and Devdutt and Navneet, we have been part of this competition.
Yeah, maybe I can show that to them. 1 second. So these are some of the competition. Down. This one, achievements.
No, it is there. I have to change my website. It's down in the achievement list only. Okay, I think I'll share this Google Photos link so you can present it.
This one, achievements. Yeah. This was the image that IIC Art Park competition. So I actually mentored this team, Devdutt, Jerin, and Navneet. So they got into the finals, but they couldn't achieve the position. I think 4th position or something, right? You guys got.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but it's really it was actually a challenging competition, I will say, because you can see this image, right? They have to build a robot from scratch.
I have robot. Put a link in WhatsApp if you want to share. The whole robot is there.
Yeah. So maybe because of the lack of time, I'm just saying.
Okay.
So these guys designed the robot, and it has to. It's not just the design; it has to work, and the application is mopping. Cleaning. So it's really challenging, and these guys did well. So I'm really proud of these kind of achievements, Jerin and the team, because it's not easy. They work hard for this, especially the hardware section. So very nice to see these kind of competitions coming, and a lot of students are participating. So through this competition, you can build the knowledge. Okay, so working on hackathons, competitions like this can definitely accelerate your knowledge, because it's like we are working with deadlines, right? So we will think much compared to a normal scenario. Okay, we are pressurized. So yeah, so as a student, I think this is good opportunity. And there is another question from Mohammed. We have a few moments. Okay, I'm student of Mech undergrad. Okay, it's
Agree,
hard
yeah.
finding teammates who equally passionate. Yes. Okay, what are the alternative competition which I can explore? Roadmap. Okay, that's a relevant point. Like meeting similar interest people is actually difficult. Okay,
Very difficult.
yeah. So in my case, I can explain. In my bachelor's, I had a opportunity to work with a kind of group like that. We had a research group in my college, and I was a part of it, and I actually really enjoyed it. I enjoyed that group more than engineering, because I also took electronics and communication engineering as my core branch. But when I was in that group, I was actually, I will say, my thoughts were amplified because we are working on the same interest people. We share, ideas. We present a lot of things. I think maybe you will meet some people, maybe by attending some tech fest or something, you can find some similar interest people. Even when I was mentoring this team, Jerin, Devdutt, I also I was very happy because these guys are having that passion to do stuff. Okay, so it will challenge me as well, my knowledge as well. So that is I really like. So it's difficult to find similar interest people, but keep on trying. That is only the thing that I have to say. And competition, I will say there are only very few competitions happening, and most of the competition happening in the colleges, maybe line follower robot, all this stuff. More than that, it's very less actually. Okay, we are also planning. I'm also planning creating some hackathon, maybe in ROS Kerala or some other banner. So let's see. We can, yeah. And there is another question. MATLAB also conducts competition. Okay, yeah. MATLAB is another tool in robotics. It is using for prototyping and all. You can also contribute to open source robotics code base, ROS, move it. Yeah. As Shubham mentioned, that's actually a relevant point. Like there are a lot of open source projects. Even ROS itself is an open source project, right? So you can contribute to it, and that can add value to your resume. Okay, that can definitely add value. So open source contribution, and then Kaggle competition. Yes, those are also. And there is another. I forgot the name. Coding. Website. Those competition, attending the coding. HackerRank and some other. Yeah, Google Summer of Codes. I think Agash mentioned Google Summer of Code. It's difficult to get. There is a Google Summer of Code for ROS as well, ROS Gazebo. So attending this will definitely accelerate the learning for sure. Okay, and contributing to the open source. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So as Ebin mentioned, Google Summer of Codes super hard. Yeah, it's very difficult. But you can apply. And we don't know whether we select or not. Just present with a good project idea, and yeah, you might. Okay. So that was, I will say, it was a fruitful conversation. I didn't expect this. Literally, So I didn't expect this conversation fruitful because why? Because initially when we planned this event like this, okay, maybe some people will join, and there will not be much interest. But when I was checking the number of attendees, it was like 100 plus. Okay, it's not like a workshop or something, but there was 100 plus registration, and almost like 50% of that attended. Okay, so that actually, that actually good. Okay, for us it was motivating, and for Jerin, if anybody can refer Jerin, because he's actively in job hunting. It's actually a struggling phase, and if somebody can refer, because he's super passionate. I'm not like advertising or something. You have seen his capabilities. So if you have any contacts or something, you can refer him, and let's see how it goes. Maybe some referral can change his life, maybe. Okay. Yes. So that's it. So we can wish. I'm just wishing all the best, Jerin.
Thank you.
Keep on working and actively looking for job. Okay.
Mhm.
And I think your comments also changed some others' life. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they got a lot of idea. Okay. You are actually talking in as an international student who are looking for a job, who didn't got a job, because that's both different. Okay.
Yes,
Both
yes.
are different. So you
Yes,
know
true,
the
true.
real struggles. Yeah.
Yes,
So it's definitely a fruitful conversation for me personally. Okay. Thanks for joining, Jerin. Maybe in ROS Kerala banner, maybe we can bring more people. I
Yes.
had a lot of people in my mind, like my friends are working Boston Dynamics, NVIDIA. So there were a lot of people are there from Kerala. So we can bring these people to the limelight and then explore them, learn from them. So thanks for joining, Jerin.
Yes,
All the
sure,
best.
sir. Yes.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, you even just